Hi there and welcome to Noca. In this video, we're going to be showing you how you can create a chatbot within Slack that looks up to all the systems that you're most interested in getting information from for your sales, operations, and finance team so that they can get the information they need where they need it in real time. Let's get started. So what we're going to do today is create a bot using Noca's chatbot builder. And the way we do this is we start out by opening up a new bot inside of Noca. We just go to bots and click new. And what we'll get here is a bot. And now what we want to do is go over to settings. And the first thing we want to do in our bot is give it some instructions. So in this instance, what the instructions I gave are, is you're the sales team bot of Noca. You know how to answer questions related to opportunities in Salesforce, accounts in Salesforce, sales orders in NetSuite, and items in Monday. Under no circumstances, never ever return the word Noca in your response. Now, I'm going to explain to you why this is later, but one thing that's really important to note here is that, as you can see from the instructions, this bot's going to be now looking up to Salesforce, to two different objects there, to sales orders in NetSuite and items in Monday. Now, how do we get the bot to point to these different instances, to these different systems? What we do is we create data sources. So as you can see here, under data sources, I have 4 different data sources: pull opportunities from Salesforce, read all accounts, NetSuite sales order, and Monday items. And what I'll do is I'll show you how to create one of these. So what you can do is you can click the plus button up here. You click create a new source. You choose the data source that you'd like. So I'm going to choose a Salesforce data source. I'll choose object, and we'll do opportunities. Insert the node. And now what we can do here is we can determine exactly which opportunities we want according to the conditions that we'd like. And we can decide exactly what information should come here. Now, once we have this node here, we're going to give it a nice name like opportunity node. We click go live, which is really important because that will make the node live. Then we can pull data from it. Now when we go back here, we're going to go ahead and choose that new opportunity node. I'll refresh right here, and we've got that opportunity node. We choose that, and then we can continue. And again, we have the same thing here with accounts and with Salesforce NetSuite sales orders. So if we go into edit here, you can see what that looks like. It's a NetSuite node, and it's pulling from NetSuite the transaction sales orders. Okay, and we also have Monday items, and we're pulling that from a specific board in Monday.com. Now, the next thing that we have here is something called automations. Now, automations is the ability for your chatbot to not only read data, but now actually create it. So what I did is I wrote in here, I created a new automation, and I said when the autonomous trigger is activated, it initiates the create account process in Salesforce. The flow begins with the autonomous node and proceeds directly to account creation. Integration with Salesforce is used to handle the account creation step. So I'll open this up and show you what this looks like as well. So we have here our autonomous node, which Noca will create for you automatically when you create an automation. And then what we do is from that autonomous node, we create an account, and the mapping here is very simple. The object is an account, and we create it, and we can create it with different fields as well. Right now, we just did account name. So when I pass the bot a new account name, it will create that inside of Salesforce, and we'll show you that in just a minute. Now, the last thing that's important to do here is you have to now also create a flow that's going to connect Slack with your chatbot. So the way we do this is as follows. We create a new flow. We start with a node like Slack, if that's where you're going to be starting from, and we choose a channel that will be monitored for those messages. In this case, I used my Ben Slackbot public channel, and then we created a condition. And this is what I was hinting to earlier about the bot never returning the word Noca in its responses. And the reason for that is because what we want to make sure we do here is never create a loop that's going to run infinitely or cause issues with API in different systems. So what we did is a very simple condition here where we went ahead and we created an if condition. So we just added here and we choose an if condition. And then in the top, we do, for the first rule, we do if the message coming from the Slack channel, so we just pull this message node into here, this message field into here, contains @Noca, then we're going to go ahead and pass that message to our chat bot. And this is the bot that we just created, the Noca Slack bot, which is the one that we made over here. We're going to pass that message. And if it does not contain that, it'll just end the flow right there and nothing will happen. And then after we pass that message to the bot, we're going to go back to Slack, and then we're going to send in Slack the message response from the bot. So as you can see here, we have send to channel, Ben Slack bot, and what's the message that we want to send here? Well, we'll now go into our condition, go to the rule 1, and now go to the bot, and we're just going to really simply go ahead and drag in this response here. And if you have a situation where you're doing things with files and you are, having file output, you can also attach that here as well in the response. So now that everything is put together, I'm going to make this go live. And now we'll jump over to Slack and we'll actually ask some questions and see this all in real time. So in the meantime, I'm going to open up my log so that we can get those new inputs in real time and see it all happen. Let's check it out. Let's go ahead and ask our first question. So as you can see, I wrote here at Noca, what is my most recent opportunity created in Salesforce? So let's jump over to here. Let's click refresh. We see that the Slack event is happening, and let's watch it process in real time. So as you can see, it's already hit the bot, and the bot is now processing that information, going to Salesforce, pulling the information, and now it's going to send it back to us in Slack. Jump over to Slack. Here it is. Most recent opportunity is the 101 Orca AI, which was created very recently, and it gives us all the information without even asking about it. Now let's ask another question, like this. At Noca, what is the most recent sales order in NetSuite? And again, now let's watch it go and hit NetSuite and see what it does there. So we'll go in our logs. It's processing this as well. Okay, and now that has processed. Let's go over to Slack and to the answer. And there it is, the most recent NetSuite sales order, and it brings us that information as well. And now let's do one more thing here. So let's ask the bot, create an account in Salesforce with the name Slackbot Noca. And let's do that and watch it not only bring information like it did in the past, but now actually go ahead and create some data there as well. And now let's jump over to Salesforce and check out that new account. And here it is, Slackbot Noca. There's our new account created right from our bot that we created in just a couple minutes. So this is just one way that you can use Noca to automate your organization's data and work in a much smarter way from within Slack and within all sorts of other places within your organization. And if you'd like to learn more, if you'd like to build one of these with us, feel free to reach out and subscribe to this channel for more updates. Thanks for watching.